Hey, what's up, anime fans? We're back. This is the fifth episode of the Raysean Gadson Anime Podcast, or RGAP for short. And on today's episode, we're going to be doing another verse battles. But on this edition of Who Would Win, we're going to be doing my two least favorite characters in Naruto. And also, we're going to be doing a manga update. And like every episode, we're going to be doing our manga review. And if you're thinking, what's the difference between a manga update and a manga review? One tells the status of what's currently happening in the manga, and the other one tells you to go out and read this manga. So sit back and enjoy the ride. Now back to our discussion. Let's get ready and rumble! On our second edition of Who Will Win, we have my two least favorite characters in terms of being useless or just being plain on shitty. But how can I call myself a professional if I couldn't make an argument for the smallest of characters? So here we are. We're going to discuss who would win between Kankuro or TenTen. I know this fight isn't one of the most anticipated fights, but I do think it would be interesting to discuss. And with that, let's begin. Just like last episode, we're going to be having a 3-round battle, with each round taking place at a different period in time for each character. I will also be listing feats for each period, and at the end of that, then I will state who I think would win and why. And with the setup out of the way, let's go ahead and begin. Round 1. The tuning exams. Listable feats. FYI, to anybody who's going to wonder why there isn't as many feats listed under them versus my last battle, well, that has to do with them being side characters and not really getting enough time to shine within the series. And if you have a problem with that, you will have to take that up with the creator of Naruto. So let's go ahead and start with TenTen's feats. Number 1, she sparred with Mike Guy before getting his approval to participate in the tuning exams. Number 2, she became very proficient at sealing jutsu. Number 3, she is also considered to be a perfect marksman by her teammates. Now for Kankuro. Number 1, he was able to make Naruto look stupid in their first meeting. Number 2, he shares the Kazekage bloodline. Number 3, he aided his village during the One Tails attacks. For round 1, I have to give it to Kankuro based on their fights during the Chonin exams. I do believe TenTen had a tougher opponent than Kankuro did in the first round. You can argue his sister Tamari would have did the same thing to him that she did to TenTen, basically blew all her attacks away. But I guess you could argue that his prior knowledge of her would help that to not happen, but I honestly think he will win because he showed more experience in his fight versus TenTen did. I do believe she has faster reaction speed. Like if they were close combat, she would be able to hit him more and she would be able to react to his attacks faster than he would be able to react to hers. But I feel she would be captured by his puppets with that body puppet transformation jutsu he has where he substitutes with his puppet. I think this will easily help him win because it will help him be able to capture her and then easily poison her. At first I thought it would be an easy win for her because she would be too fast for him, but after rewatching the fights on Naruto and seeing that Tamari didn't have any problems with TenTen regarding speed, and you would think that Kankuro would be compared to his sister in speed. So if she didn't have any troubles dodging, I don't think Kankuro would. And you can't argue that she had her movements, like her body, enhanced with her chakra nature, because we didn't see any chakra around her. So that was all just her there. But I will say, if she got up close and used taijutsu, I think she would take a win. I will give it to her if she was able to get close and use taijutsu, because I don't think he can. We haven't seen him use any taijutsu, and we haven't seen him do anything that would make you think that he could take a lot of punches. Like, we haven't seen anything that says that he has very good durability. Now for round two. 5 Kage Summit. Both of these characters have aged up, with both of them being around the age of 13. They both have taken different but important roles in their villages, with Kankuro becoming the 5th Kazekage's bodyguard and TenTen becoming a weapons advisor and also a weapon seller. Now, listable feats for both, starting with TenTen. Number 1. She has become a chonin at this point. Number 2. She and her team was able to pressure high-ranking Akatsuki members such as Kisame and Datara. Number 3. Her team was able to beat Team Gurren easily before they took Orochimaru's death steroids. Now for Kankuro. He has become a Jonin at this point. He's battled Akatsuki members alone. He has the sorcery puppet. Who do I think would win? I would have to give this round to TenTen, mid to high difficulty. And my reasoning is because at this point she has shown better speed feats by keeping up with team guys versus Kisame and Datara. I feel that this will give her the ability to get up close and use taijutsu, which my guy has complimented her on. I do feel like he has more ninjutsu, but I feel like her speed to get up close and use close combat will leave him exposed. Round 3. After the 4th Great Ninja War, in their adulthoods. Both of these characters played small but important roles during the 4th Great Ninja War, both showing their ability to adapt to crazy situations while also acting as leaders during key situations. And also, they both still play key roles in their villages. Now, for listable feats. Up first, TenTen. Number 1. TenTen has 3 of the great sage tools. Number 2. She has become proficient at summoning puppets. Number 3. She is considered to be the top weapon specialist in her village. Number 4. During the 4th war, she was able to defeat one of Kakuzu's masks alone. Now Kankuro. Number 1. He was captain in the 4th Great Ninja War. Number 2, he was able to capture Datara and Sasori with the help of others. Number 3, he has the father and mother puppet from Granny Chio. Now, who do I think would win? After a few days of carefully thinking of each character and their abilities that we've seen so far in Naruto, I have to give it to TenTen. And here's why. Number 1, I do believe she still has him in speed. And now that she also can summon puppets, I feel like this will help her be able to corner him even faster. Number 2, I think the fact that she can utilize the Great Sage tools gives her a big advantage, especially against someone who really hasn't seen them being used or know how they work. Number 3, I do feel she may have more chakra based on the fact that she's able to use the Sage tools, which consume a lot of chakra, and also the fact that she's able to seal thousands of weapons inside of her scroll. And with that, I'll say TenTen wins the 2nd edition of Who Would Win, taking 2 out of the 3 rounds. I know these results are debatable, and if you want, you can reach me at Instagram at RGAP2, and I would love to hear your arguments stating otherwise. And with that, let's move to our next topic. Heads up, guys, you need to go catch up with the Boruto manga now. I know recently I told you guys to go out and read this manga. Now I want to say you guys need to drop everything and read it now. I feel the next 2 chapters are going to have some lasting impacts on the whole series. And if you are a fan, I can't really give you any other details because I don't want to spoil it, but I will say Naruto has a new form that we haven't seen before, and we're about to see a fight on a level that we haven't seen before. So drop everything and fucking go read this manga. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and end. Oh shit! Almost forgot today's manga review. Today's manga review is over the manga. The hero who seeks revenge shall exterminate with darkness. Have you ever wondered what would happen if the hero betrayed mankind? Then, this is not the story for you. But if you wanted to see what would happen when human greed finally gets its payback, then this is the story for you. What is it about? The hero had defeated the Demon King, but upon his arrival back to the kingdom, he was met with charges, and to further belittle the hero, the princess had his comrades and his family killed right in front of him. And before her troops killed him, he shouted that he would get revenge and they would all burn in hell. Every chapter has been fire, teaching me that sometimes you just need to leave a motherfucker alone, especially if they the strongest person alive. You are just asking for problems. When I read this, I just had to commend Jesus' restraint not to just go around and kill everybody that had nailed him up. But if he had, boy, and if he did anything that the hero does in this book, all the motherfuckers would be dead. Why I think you should read this? Well, because it's a great storyline that you hardly ever find or is ever done right. All the actions that the main character does seem justified for what happened to him. So it isn't just a gory, gruesome, one-sided affair, but it tells a great story with amazing art that is truly incredible. I honestly believe that this manga should get an anime done to it, only if it's done properly. And if you are interested and want to read this, you can find it on mangafreaks.net. And with that, we end today's episode. I would like to ask, if you enjoyed today's episode, could you please like and share wherever you are listening? But also follow me on Instagram at RGAP2 so that you can be updated on future episodes. Thank you for listening.